Hi everyone, welcome back to Spiritual Growth Tarot. I'm using the Thelema Tarot today. I don't know who it's by. Artwork was Renata Lechner, I guess. Yeah. Anyway, I think you can find it anywhere. Whoops. Oh, Low Scarabeo. Yeah. And it comes with a book in this box. I tend to not use it very much because it's just a whole lot of white people with blonde hair. I like a little more diversity, but it does have some really cool images that I haven't seen in any other decks, so that's why I do like to keep it. Okay, so Wednesday, April 14th, 2021. What is our timeless message to help heal our souls, as well as what do we need to know for the day? Okay, so we have the Page of Wands, the High Priestess, ooh, nice, and the Nine of Pentacles reversed. Okay. I'm thinking I might layer this with the Lenormand as well. And there is a Thelema Lenormand, but well, actually, let me see. How big are the cards? Maybe is this the right? Yeah, they're kind of shiny. Here's the backs. Well, I'll shuffle it while I'm talking about these cards here. So with the High Priestess as the center, as the theme, that has to do with checking in with our higher selves. Because it's a 2, it's always going to bring in that element of our human human processes that need to check in with our higher selves before we actually, put them into the conception process of conceiving what it is that we're trying to create, which would be the High Priestess. She stands right in between the Magician and the Empress. I think I just said High Priestess. Okay, duh. Anyway, you all know. The card before the major gateway, before the High Priestess, is, of course, the Magician. So that's all about knowing that you can create on Earth anything you want within reason. And you have all the tools within you in order to do that. Now, with the High Priestess, the guidance there is, oops, hold on, you better check inside with your deeper processes, with the laws of love. Is what you want to create, is it good for all? Would it be harmful to the earth? And if so, how much? All these things we have to be careful with. And so she's all about trusting yourself, but you can't really trust yourself until you align with the laws of love. That's just the way it works, And then it's also about getting clarity. She has to do with understanding. She's ruled by the moon, and which can be, Cancer and Pisces. But you can see in this image, this is gorgeous how she's standing on the moon, which reminds us to, trust our intuition. The pomegranate in her hand is all about, oops, sorry about that glare, all about the richness of life, the abundance of life, and then, the moon that's on her head, that has to do with her mind aligning with her intuitive faculties, which is where we receive our divine intelligence. So she's all about divine intelligence, clarity, like I said, understanding, and trusting ourselves. And then with the Page of Wands here flanking, that brings in that element of going for something that's kind of exciting. It can also have to do with because it's the wands, it has to do with speaking and putting ourselves out there. It can be a brand new project, something though that you're going to be really, passionate about and enthusiastic about, and it brings in that optimism and and that movement forward to go in, whatever direction it is. But so I think the guidance here is that before you, launch into the new project, check in with your guidance, check in with your higher self. And then from there, with the Nine of Pentacles reversed, we always have to weigh that option of, would this cause, is it reckless? We have to be careful about, especially with these cards, we have to be careful about deceiving ourselves as far as, what is it that we passionately want to create? And if you get the okay with your higher self, if you take the time to slow down and ask your higher self before you get into the manifestation process of conceiving it, which would be the Empress, then you'll be okay. But with the Nine of Pentacles, we always have to be careful about workaholism. We have to be careful about spending too much. Like what is it going to cost that we're trying to bring in? And is that something that we really want to spend that much money on? But it's not just money. With the Pentacles, we're in the realm of all types of energy. That, the physical taxation on our bodies. And we do have to, we've got the Falcon here that reminds me that it's something that's going to take all of our focus. And that's why, when this card comes through reversed, it's often about, taking too much focus away. And it doesn't leave you, like time for play. So let me get that, stay up there. Let me layer it with the Lenormand. I'm not sure how many cards I'll be able to fit in here because these are big. But let's get some more information about this. Oh yeah, well, it's kind of the same thing, but let's see how they relate together. And then here. Let's try it this way. If this will work, I guess maybe like this. There we go. Okay, so with the child, this card, it can be a little girl or a boy, either one. It's usually a little girl, but it can be either. And sometimes it's about children. And this card is also can usually be a younger person, but usually like from 8 to 20, 25, somewhere in there, 30 even. But if it's not one of your children or a young person in your family, then it's about a fresh new start, and it's about innocence and playfulness, which would help mitigate this like workaholistic attitude here, if that's what this is about. Now, the High Priestess here, this brings in the element of, I'm sorry, the Anchor here brings in the element, it actually goes together really well. They're both very moon, water, ocean oriented, which has to do with our emotional bodies and our free-flowing, feelings that help us create. Right? So we're not creating from any emotional reactions like I have to get it done. This would be that workaholistic attitude, which can create complications with the snake. That's what the snake is all about, is complications to our goals. The Anchor's all about your goals, and it can be like that 9 to 5 work job or work schedule. And it can also be about something that we really commit to. We really want to, like drop our anchor and be in. So that's one of the considerations. So when you're working on manifesting something and you drop it into your higher self, you might want to think then about what will it take, and do I want to commit to this? Even though we don't have the ring card, the ring would usually be about commitment, but this is something that does bring in commitment as well. And it's one of the factors, you know, when you're trying to make a decision, because I believe all the twos have to do with decisions. And will it stand the test of time? Will it be something that you want to anchor yourself to or with, you know, for a long, long time, because this is a card of a long time. And then how can we do it in a way that keeps us out of this like workaholistic place so that we can still enjoy our lives and, you know, balance out everything. The High Priestess is all about balancing and weighing all the options. And then the Snake is here to remind us for it to not be complicated, not betray ourselves, and to be willing to go around any like detours. And if we're going to play it in the best case, you would go into your I have, and be willing to be in that deep realm of Scorpio that wants to just continue to work, but again, keeping it in balance so it doesn't get complicated, but being in the place where you know that you have your higher self that can guide you every step of the way. And here, that's one of the reasons I love this card, or in this deck. She's stepping, you know, onto her intuitive faculty. She's stepping, she's in step, in alignment with her higher self. And these two pillars guide her to stay within that realm of balance and love and happiness. So yeah. So I think it's more, I think the message today, and it could be for any day, is just to, you know, weigh our options and connect with our higher self when we're trying to manifest. And then to add that extra element of making sure that it's playful, that we want to create something that we can stay optimistic about, enthusiastic about, and stay in that playful realm. And then that, if we do these three things here, you know, connecting with our higher self every step of the way, being in the playful fun, and joy. There's a lot of joy. You know, you get a little happy doggy here to help you too. And, you know, chasing butterflies, like how much fun can there be? Then we will work on it, and it is a worthy goal, which would bring in the anchor element here that can anchor us. You know, your creativity can anchor it to the earthly realm. It's already there for you in spirit, whatever it is that you're trying to create and bring in. We just have to weigh the options and then be very careful to not be in a workaholic place with it. And I know for a lot of us, you know, we're just maybe finally coming out of COVID. You know, maybe we'll get to herd immunity and maybe it'll be safe. We still have to wear our masks. You know, we don't know about new variants coming in, and we're still going to need to be very protective. But we have to be careful also about getting back into work too soon, or work that's heavy, you know, too soon, because that could then complicate things. And that's what we want to stay away from. We do not want to betray our own bodies, right? And I think this would be the warning card here with all them in the midst of all these beautiful cards here. These are our two warnings. So I think that's it for today. Then thank you for hanging in there with me again, and I hope you guys are all well and having fun. And I'll be back soon. Okay, bye.